In this video guys, we are going to say about the good reasons about the all new Benelli TRK 502X. Yes guys, you already tried, it's the TRK 502X, and we are going to say about the honest opinion about the good reasons why you have to consider this bike for buying. And this is the honest opinion guys, and if you are planning to buy this vehicle, watch this full video so that it can be useful to you. Without further delay, let's get into the work, and you are watching BVJ Tech Motor Riders. The first good thing about this bike is its looks. This bike looks really very awesome guys, and it looks similar to the BMW GS 1200. The road presence of this vehicle is really very awesome guys, and it looks really very big. The color scheme in this motorcycle is of red and black paint scheme, which looks really awesome. The graphics in this bike are really very eye-catchy guys, and we can see the TRK logo written there. Most of the parts in this bike are made up of plastic and fiber, so they are really very strong and durable guys, and they are mainly used to decrease the weight of this bike. The plastic and fiber parts which are used in this bike are of really a very good quality, so they can be easily used in the harsh environment also. The overall fit and finish of this bike is really very excellent guys, and it's the first advantage for this bike. The second advantage of this bike is its fuel tank capacity. Being an adventure tourer bike, this bike gets a massive fuel tank capacity of around 20 liters guys. Just imagine, it's 20 liters and the reserve capacity is 3 liters. And the range of the one full tank fuel is about 500 kilometers. Just imagine guys, with one full tank fuel we can do 500 kilometers at a stretch without any fuel break. So this is the second advantage for this motorcycle. The third advantage of this bike is the brakes that this bike offers. The braking power of this bike is really very awesome guys, and this bike literally stops, and the braking response is really very good. In the front section guys, we get the 320mm twin disc brakes and a 260mm single disc brake in the rear section. For this 500cc segment bike, the twin disc brakes is a good thing, and it is an advantage for this bike. In this bike, we get a 500cc twin cylinder engine which produces a maximum power of around 47 bhp at 8500 rpm and 46 Nm of torque at 6000 rpm. And also guys, we get a 6-speed gear transmission in this bike, and the cooling system in this bike is a liquid cool system, and we get 4 valves per cylinder. And also guys, we get the fuel injector which is helpful for fuel pumping to the engine for good performance. And believe me guys, the engine in this bike is butter smooth and also has good power. So this is the main advantage for this bike. While touring in this bike also guys, we doesn't feel any heat from the engine side because the engine is really very refined, and with the help of the liquid cooling system we can run this engine at a stretch for 6 to 8 hours at a stretch without any stopping, which is really very great thing for this bike. Being an adventure touring bike, this bike comes with the spoke wheels and the tube tires. Yes guys, you already tried, it comes with the tube tires. And in the front section we get a massive rim size of around 19 inches, and in the rear section it's 17 inches. And especially speaking about the tires, we get a 110 section tire in the front section and 150 section tire in the rear. So, these tires are mainly 50% off-roading tires and 50% we can use them on the normal roads. So these tires are really very good company tires, and they provide good grip and road stability on the higher speeds on this bike also. Being an adventure touring bike, this bike has a massive ground clearance of about 220mm. Just imagine guys, it has a ground clearance of 220mm, and this bike weighs around 235 kgs, which is somewhat on the heavier side, but while riding this bike we doesn't feel any weight of this bike. And the seat height of this bike is somewhat more guys, it's almost 840mm, so if you are a height of above 5.7 or 5.8, you can ride this bike easily. So this is the advantage for this bike. In this bike guys, we get the top box and the two side panniers, which are basically used to carry our luggage. The space in this top box and the side panniers is really more guys, and we can store lot of our luggage in it. And this is the very useful thing for this bike, and it is advantage for this adventure bike. The lights in this bike are really very bright guys. It comes with the twin halogen headlights with the small two twin DRLs, and the brightness of these lights is really decent good guys. And frankly speaking, there is no use of keeping any extra lights for more brightness. But practically guys, we can also keep the extra lights for more brightness, but the thing is these lights are decent enough and provides good visibility during the night time. And especially speaking about the rear section guys, in the rear section we get the LED tail lamp, and it is also really very bright guys, and the indicators are also made up of LED, so they are more bright and easily visible during the night time, and they can be easily spotted out. So this is a good advantage for this bike. The last good thing about this bike is this bike gets a switchable ABS. That means we can on and off the ABS, which is really very good thing guys. And also the cost of the bike is also reasonable guys. It's almost 5,50,000 ex-showroom price Hyderabad. So with this budget we can get all the features that this bike offers, like the switchable ABS, the good power, the good controlling of this bike, the better braking power that this bike offers, the side panniers, the top box which provide good storage, and literally guys, the windshield of this bike is also very useful thing. And I forgot to say that the windshield also is very useful thing guys. It helps us from the wind blast on the highways. So it has all the features guys that the touring and the adventure bike should have too. So the better suggestion is, once take the test drive of this bike and you will know the power and feel of this bike, and it's really a value for money machine.